I just want to say, guys, really quickly that if you want to become a star and popular, then you have to promote other people. Approach it's so simple. So what I do with 5 Instagrams, I have 5 Instagrams now, and in one Instagram I promote myself only, and then in my other Instagram I promote my DJ name, which is I. I have two DJ names. I have two DJ names, and one's Danny Milivojevic and the other one's I. And I have I hat for that one, and it's another Instagram that I do. So then the other three is I go and I go and promote people who have music and albums of electronic music or whatever. Then I promote them in my site, or I promote them inside of my Instagram. And now in the description, I put their album cover. In terms of the name of their album, I put the name of their album cover and also where they can, where you can find them on Spotify or online or on YouTube. And it's in my description. But the actual cover of the image is their cover photo on Spotify. So I just go and crop the actual image of their cover photo that they have and I post it inside my Instagram. And then underneath in the description, I post the actual name of the nice and beautiful cover design, so you can understand that you can always find and reference these nice and beautiful images that I do with those people that I want you to go and check out in terms of music and singers and all this audio production. So then my other Instagram is also promoting just women, and their tags in terms of where you can find them is inside of my beautiful descriptions of my Instagram. So I just tag their name in the descriptions so you can find them like that. So either way, I'm promoting beautiful women, and then also I'm promoting also the nice and beautiful theory of entrepreneurs or anybody who's very inspirational to me. I promote them inside another Instagram, and then you can find their names below as well. So these people are all millionaires I follow, and you can promote yourself, and you can understand that if you just follow my Instagram, then you can follow all these inspirational people as well. I want you guys to understand that everybody's trying to compete with you right now. So what you need to understand, that if you want something out of life, then you need to compete with other people in order to get it. In a sense of what you do is just compete with yourself only, because everybody is you. In the sense of what you do is go and really, really help much more people so that you can get what you want faster. I just want to say, guys, that if you want to go a bit, or I realize if you want to go and be doing a lot of content on Instagram, then have 5 Instagrams. And then realize that what you do, for example, with myself, in terms of what I do, is I post on one of my Instagrams once a week, 3 posts, but on my other 4, I post daily for now. And then I get to a certain point of content with all those nice and beautiful Instagrams, and I do it up, and then I go once a week with those Instagrams as well. And then what I do, since all my nice and beautiful Instagrams are once a week, then it keeps you coming back to see everything much more. And then I go once a month, and I post all my nice and beautiful posts that I do on Instagram, and I do it all once a month. And it's all different. So I understand that the point of this is, so that I can go and boost my popularity in other ways. So I can go and really, really promote something much more like other people and all that to make other people my business much more. But it's very important for you to have 5 Instagrams if you want to go and have 5 times more content on Instagram so that people can always be coming back to see you. See, guys, so what's important is understanding that, for example, my mother, in terms of my biological mother, wants me to go to Santiago with her in the Camino over there. And now it's a 35-day walk, and it's 20 kilometers a day. And where is my music production going to come in at? It's either my music production or the freaking Camino with my biological mother. I understand I can do life coaching with her over there, but there's no time over there for me to even do music production anymore. That's like a part of me has gone from my life, and part of my happiness has gone because of my mother. You understand? Partially because of my biological mother, but I am my mother. I never ever try to kill myself. So realize that I never ever want to go over there, because I can never live without my music. I can never walk 50. I can walk 50,000 days and 500 kilometers and more every single day. But it's never the way for me. Russia, she wants to walk 20 kilometers a day for 35 days, and that's 700 kilometers. I can never be with her like that. I'd rather just drive it. I'd just rather drive the Camino instead. I'd rather just drive for 5-6 hours with her to see it. I never want to walk it. Walk is too much. If you go physically walking it, it's going to tear on your body. Your whole body's going to tear up. There's no time to do anything anymore within that situation. So what you want them to do is understand that sometimes your family wants you to come on a holiday with you somewhere, and they want you to come with them. And it's either you pick your career or do you pick your mother. I mean, what do you pick? I mean, you pick your career instead. I mean, pick yourself over her, and understand that you tell her and say, you go on your own. Because what's amazing is understand that you want to be somebody, yeah? I mean, how are you going to be somebody while holding your mum's hand in life? And having to speak to her because she wants to drain all your time. I mean, they want to drain your time away from you. I mean, they want to drive you to, they want to drive you insane. I mean, they want to drive you sick. I mean, they want you to become sick physically, and through your career, they want you to become sick to take away your happiness from you so that you can speak to them all day long. I mean, big deal. I mean, there's no chance. I mean, understand? I'm never becoming sick because of anybody in life. But if you just stick with yourself, I mean, look, I'm picking myself over her. I'm picking I over her. I understand I over myself. I never want to be with her in my life. I mean, I never want to be with anybody in my life. Because I understand my true happiness is being with I today. Whereas the best way I can be happy is with I. I never need other people around me. I mean, as soon as you have a woman around you or other people around you, or should they just want you to talk with them? I mean, they never want you to talk on a video like this to help other people. I mean, they want you to talk with them. I mean, they never want to give you space to breathe. So what you need to realize is pick yourself over other people so that you can be happier in your words and happier in your time and happier in your financing. I mean, be happy with your financing and what you have today. So understand this, that if you go with other people, then you have no time for yourself anymore. Whereas if I go with my biological mother over there, and she's going to give me all the money for that, I never care about that. But she disagrees with everything I do today. I mean, she disagrees with everything I do, and all the actual YouTube videos I've done, and all the Instagram photos and everything I've done online, I mean, she just disagrees with that. But she agrees with me coming to her to go to the Camino. I mean, she agrees with that. I mean, no, I disagree. I never disagree with that. I never disagree with her. I never disagree with that. But I agree with myself to go with myself over her. I mean, she's going to disagree with that. I mean, of course, she's going to say that, she's going to say, how dare you? I mean, how dare you go where you want to go and never because of your mother? I never do it for my mother. I never live life for my mother. I understand? I live life for I understand, but guess what? I realize that what's important is understanding this. That you'll find yourself in a predicament sometimes, and you're going to have to trade time. And you're going to have to trade money and trade words with people. And what you're going to understand is being alone is far greater of a trade than being with other people. I'd rather be alone than with a million people, popular and sick. I'd rather be with I than be sick in life. I'd rather be with I than be famous around people and have cancer. I'd rather just be with I then. I never care about fame in life. I care about making sure that I can just be with I. I give nobody my time. I realize my time is so valuable that I never ever want to be with other people. I want to go around people to just inspire them, and I just want to fuck off. And that's it. I never want people around me. Whereas when I go to the hotel room, I never fucking want anybody around me. Except I. I just want I around me. I just want I around I. I always have I. Always have I. Understand that what's important though is understanding every single day. If you want to go and do something greater, then understand, for example, when you are really doing some nice and beautiful music production or courses around town, then understand to go course 1 to course thousands. Go and level up your courses and make sure that your courses are in order when you're actually writing everything down. So for example, here I have music production. So I understand I have 100 courses over here. But I start from the beginning and I rename all my courses from the beginning. And I say course 1 is melody. Course 2, and I'll go up to course 100 and more in my nice and beautiful screen. Because every single time I make 1 hour of music, I have 100 gigabytes that I may make. I make around 100 gigabytes per track and better than that. So I understand that no matter what, it's memory that goes into recording what I'm doing, and then I have to upload around 100 megabytes in terms of 100 gigabytes of storage and data that I was doing with my music tracks and around that in terms of what's better than that. I understand I'm always doing better than that, but I understand every single day, you must understand that what's important is never limit yourself with numbers, but be able to go and recollect upon your financing every single day and ask yourself how to increase your finances every single day with what you have today. Because you'll find out that the words that you speak is the only way. I mean, the words you speak today is the only way to go and become fruitful. So I have no time for anybody else, guys. I understand that you guys have women around you and whatever, but I have no time for them at all. I have no time for kids. I have no time to water other people's trees. I have no time to care for other people. I have no time for that. I have only time for I only have time to care for myself and to just be with myself, because that's the true happiness. And true happiness is when you care for yourself only. I mean, it's simple. When you just care about other people, then you have no care for you. I mean, when you care for yourself and others, approach that's interdependence. And now you're caring for everybody when you care for yourself and others. I care for myself and others, but I care for myself even more than others. I care about myself even more than others. Always. I mean, in a sense, to make sure you understand that no matter what, I'm always giving myself more time than what I'm giving other people. I mean, if you have 24 hours in a day, then give yourself that 24 hours only and never give other people that time. Because other people are going to try to drag your time away from you. Approach, if they drag your time away from you, then your schedule goes down the bin and then you have to go and live on their schedule. I mean, never ever try to be someone who convinces yourself to go with other people. I mean, let yourself convince other people to come with you. Approach, that's the best way. Approach, if you have 24 hours in a day and you give 10 hours of that day to somebody else instead of you, then that's 10 hours of happiness you just did miss out on. Approach, if you give all of your 24 hours to other people, then you're just unhappy. I promise you. Approach, if you have 24 hours in a day and you give 13 hours to other people, but you give yourself 9 hours. And you give yourself, 10 plus, 11 hours. Do you understand? So if you give other people 13 hours, but you give yourself 11 hours of the 24 hours, you're giving more happiness to other people than you are giving yourself. So give yourself 24 hours, is what I'm saying. Be with yourself and never other people, and never communicate with other people. If you want to have the best time management in the world, and if you want to have the best money in the world and the best words in the world, then just be with yourself, because that way you're going to communicate to somebody who is you. You'll find that the time is with you and the money is with you in your words, and that's it. You must understand that. You must understand that what's important every single day is understand that Jesus wants you to just be with you today. Never give your time to other people, no matter how good they are to you, because they're just using you. They're just using you. They're using you for company. They're using you because of popularity. They're using you because of money. They're using you because you have something for them. They're just using you. In a sense, never let them use you at all. Never let other people use you. If they come to you, though, if they come to you, I realize what you can do is run away. You can run away because it's much better for you. You can understand that. Or else you never have to reply to people if they message you. You can choose to never reply to other people because you are going to be with yourself. That's just the best way. But if people come to you, and they really do come to you, you can give them a bit of time to explain yourself, but realize that any time that you give to them goes away from you. I promise you, although you must understand that. I promise you that if other people come to you and be in your life and they're talking with you, then guess what? I promise you it's working for you. I promise you it's always working. I promise you it's always working for you, actually. But what's amazing is if you want to make it work even more for you, then back off from them, even if they're coming toward you, and just go run the other way. In a sense of what you do is cut off communication in a way that if they're coming to you and they go 30,000 miles for you, and you feel never ready to even speak to them, just run away from them. Just go with yourself and never reply to them. You understand? Because that way you're going to be happier. I promise you. So that's the way I understand every single day, that when I really, really do something every single day to go and become much more, I realize that what's important now is realizing that time is changing really quickly, and those people who are able to communicate now more than ever in terms of words are the more successful ones. And now you have to understand to become that every single day of your life so you can become greater. I just want to say, guys, very quickly that if you never ever go with other people, you are actually inspiring them to increase the word I. I mean, what is the word I? I love you. I mean, they're inspirational about you because you never want to be around. So if you just go away from people altogether and you just be with yourself, then they want to come to you. I just wanted to let you guys know who are watching my nice and beautiful videos on my music production in terms of my music university. I want you guys to understand that most of it, and most of it I mean, is, let's say, with the nice and beautiful technology side of things, of the actual recordings of my music production series of all the courses, I just mostly just images. I mean, just watch the images, and all you do is download the files and watch it quickly, and just watch the images of what I'm doing inside of my program. But everything else in terms of what I'm doing in terms of music production is I may have a video course of just me talking about everything. Actually, that is something that you have to watch because that's the actual audio with the actual ideas. So it's just my face on that. So listen to the ideas that I give you inside of those courses. But inside of my nice and beautiful music production courses, for example, as you can see in that kind of screen, where it's just that nice and beautiful screen of my music production layout of how I actually build a track into what it is, then watch the ideas of what I'm doing to the track and how I'm really, really pronouncing that track to be better throughout time. Because I may have 40 courses, but watch the images of those courses. That's what I'm saying. I mean, just watch the images because that's how you get the ideas really quickly of what I'm doing in my, you get the ideas of really quickly of what I'm doing inside of my music production. But anything that I'm giving out with words, then I let you understand or else I let you understand that in terms of that I do my nice and beautiful face like this and I start speaking while I'm doing the actual courses. It's something different, and that's something that you have to understand to really, really read in my journals, and also to read in my writing journals, and also in my videos that where I may create these videos of me creating these nice and beautiful courses for myself, so I can go and do a greater job for myself, and so I can go and make much more for myself also. So that's just an update, guys. So make sure you understand to read the images of all the courses I do, because that's how fast you can learn. And also just understand to never ever watch start to finish any of my courses, except the ones that I have. I mean, just watch the start and finish of all the courses that have my face on it with me talking about the music production. That's something that you have to watch start to finish. But everything else, in terms of the images of my FL Studio, when I record the images of my FL Studio, I should just watch the images really quickly and just go and do this for you. So, for example, you download the file. I mean, this is a 7-minute one, but then all you do, you just watch the images like this. I mean, just really quickly, just watch the images. I mean, you can see what I'm doing, for example. So that gives you an idea of what I've done in that video. I mean, understand? I mean, you can see what I've done. So that way, you understand what to do you understand now what to do as your music production theory, because you can see what I'm doing. Now you do the same thing as me. So when I open up another course, for example, I mean, over here, I'm just naming my courses. So, I mean, let's just open course 18, which is 1 hour and 36 minutes. But it's so long for you to just watch everything in terms of what I'm doing. But what you do is just go and get the cursor. And now you can see exactly what I'm doing over here. So if you just go like this, for example, then you can see just the ideas of how I'm really, really putting this strategy together, for example. And then you can just really, really see, for example, really quickly upon what I'm really doing to the track over here. I mean, you can see I'm making the track, I'm giving you fast image designs over here. I'm showing you exactly how I'm making the track. I mean, you can see exactly what I'm doing to the track, and you can see exactly what I'm doing. I mean, I'm giving you ideas like this. I'm giving you different ideas. So make sure that is important. So watch my music production theory and how I'm doing the actual tracks just like that. So it may be 2-3 gigabytes for you to download the video or something like that. But guess what? I mean, either way, you just watch it in 10 seconds. I mean, you understand? I mean, it never wastes your time. I mean, never waste your time. I realize now the Wi-Fi, you can get free Wi-Fi and download it really quickly. I mean, understand? And then just go through my courses like this really quickly. So it's very important for yourself every single day to understand that. And then understand either way that with my nice and beautiful theory of production and how I do music production in separate courses here and there with my face is something different, but that's something that you have to listen to. So now that you are in the update of what's going on with my courses online, I mean, now I understand that I can put all these courses together into one course, and then you guys can just go and download the whole file, and then you can go and read all these images, and then go and also understand that you have to go through my courses. So each and every single one of my tracks has courses. So whatever track you want to learn about, all you do is just click on that folder, and then there's courses behind that folder or that soundtrack that I did make, and then just go into that and pick up the ideas from that then. If you never want to watch all the tracks, courses that I've done for all my tracks, then just go and watch partly in terms of just any type of tracks that you really, really want to understand how I've done it. Then go into that track course in terms of that folder, and then you'll see the courses in that folder, in terms of in that folder for that track course, in terms of for that soundtrack I made that you are so curious about, and then open up those courses and download them, and then go and see the images of those courses then. So make sure you understand that there is something for everybody here. So you never have to go start to finish if you never want to. Just understand that you go and read all that you can in life. But either way, just go and be curious about what is interesting to you and go and download those courses from me. And that's it. You understand? So you never have to go all the way if you're never curious about all my tracks. But make sure you understand that any tracks that you are curious about, I have courses about it. So make sure you understand that you can download those courses and you can go quickly and do what I just really shown you. So you understand that no matter what, it's up to you now. And understand either way that I'm just updating you, but I place this video right where you need it so you can find it in my Mega Drive, and that's how I love you. See guys, now everybody has greatness in them, I promise you, but only 1% of the world actually do greatness. Understand? Why isn't there 50 billions of people like Nikola Tesla and Jesus Christ today in terms of legacy? Why? Because only 1% of the world do Jesus Christ legacy and Nikola Tesla legacy together. Understand? Because what you need to realize is most people have greatness, and everybody has greatness in them, but only 1% are doing that greatness. What's setting them apart from everybody? You must understand, it's because we're speaking the words. We have to speak those words more. If you want a great, if you want a great career, then you have to speak more like Jesus Christ today. You have to be speaking those words every single day if you want to be great. But anybody who can be great are the people who are speaking more words. I promise you, it's the only way to understand life, and it's the only way to be. I promise you, there's nothing else greater than those people who understand how to speak words. Because when you can speak words, you can express eternity, and you can express whatever you want, and that's happiness. I just want to say, guys, very quickly, that what's the thing about food and drink, I understand that it's so really, let's say, dull and boring to have to wait for your food. Never ever have to wait for your food. Guess what? Get yourself peanut butter and bread. You have bread right here. Eat right away, man. Eat right away. Never ever wait for your food. But understand, for example, when you have rice in a packet, guess what? Rice in a packet's never going to fulfill you, because it takes 30 minutes to actually cook it in boiling water and to evaporate it. Understand? So guess what? 30 minutes to eat. Guess what? Never waste your time. Do you understand? But I just really understand that even noodles, by the time you boil it, by the time you boil the water and eat noodles, in terms of by the time you understand that, or else 10 minutes is gone before you even eat. Understand? But I love to eat right away. So I understand canned food is open already, and I eat it right away. I eat peanut butter right away. I eat sandwiches right away. I eat wheat pix and soy milk right away. I eat tofu, I eat tofu and nuts and seeds right away. In a sense, so there's no waiting. I eat hummus with bread right away. In a sense, I love to eat right away. I never want to wait 10 minutes or 5 minutes or 50 minutes to toast my food or anything. I never want to wait for anything. So I'm understanding every single day that if you want to go and have the best food and drink time with yourself to eat yourself into greatness, guess what? Then you have to understand every single day that if you want to eat better and drink better, then understand to never wait for your food to cook or boil. Find food today that you can eat right now. And that's the best way to understand veganism. Most vegans eat right now and never ever have to wait for food and drink. You never have to boil food, and you never have to cook food on a frying pan to eat it. Understand? And you never have to eat frozen food. I never eat frozen food. I never eat food that you can put in a refrigerator. I never eat those foods. I never eat foods that I have to cook. I never eat foods that you have to cook, for example, or boil. Understand? I never eat those foods. I only eat food that I can eat right now without having to cook it on a frying pan, and without having to cook it, and without having to boil it, and without having to place it in a toaster or boil the water to eat it. I never have to also eat frozen food, and I never have to eat at restaurants either. So that's the art of actually eating. So find those foods, and you'll find them in a nice and beautiful legume section, and all the canned food products, and also all the bread and wheat products with the wheat bix and cereals, and also the milk. In a sense, so go that way, and all the nuts and seeds is where you want to go. But then also the fruits and vegetables. Go and find them. Go and understand. Those are some ideas right here. But make sure every single day you understand the juice out there. In terms of the juice, in terms of the fruit juice, it's something that you can drink right now. And instead of eating 50,000 kilograms of grapes, just get yourself 2 liter grape juice, and then understand that it's the same equivalent of what you want. 2 liter grape juice is like eating 20 kilos of grapes. Understand? So make sure you understand that no matter what, that what we want out of life is a greater way, and understand that if it's 2 kilos of juice, then it's 2 kilos of grapes in juice. So make sure you understand no matter what, that what we want is a greater life for ourselves. So go and eat better and study how to eat. I just want to say, guys, that you guys are never really living life if you're never famous in this lifetime. I promise you, many people around you are never famous. I promise you, they're never really living life, I promise you. And now, I understand that for myself. I understand I'm famous around you every single day. But what's important every single day is understanding, if you want to live a great life, then you need Jesus Christ lifestyle. And you need to understand Jesus Christ lifestyle involves, Jesus Christ lifestyle involves being famous. So if you're never preparing yourself to be famous in life, then you're never really living life, are you? Make sure you understand you have to be preparing yourself for greatness every single day to understand that you need fame in your life just as much as Jesus Christ. I just want Jeff Bezos from this fucking Amazon motherfucker. I want him to understand something about me. I want him to understand that I'm much more richer than him, because I understand I made an Amazon account, and guess what? I've gave over $1,000 in that nice and beautiful account with all the books I have, and he steals my information. He stole my account. He also stole my money and stole my time from that nice and beautiful category. And how is that possible? I understand that when I call them and I say, hey, I want to cancel subscription with Amazon, and then they say, hey, give us your number. I understand I actually lost my number. And then they say, we have to terminate your account altogether. I gave you over $1,000 in that account with all my books that I want to give to other people. I want to give my books that I gave Jeff Bezos the money. I gave him the money to have my books. I gave him money, and it's in my Audible account. Why are you terminating my account? They say, well, you never have a number associating with that account. I say, hey, I gave you over $1,000 in that account. Never terminate my account. They never care. They terminate my account as well. They understand? They never can unlock my account anymore because of a fucking number that I lost. In terms of a phone number, I gave over $1,000 for that information. I want to give to little kids everywhere in school that information. Jeff Bezos never allows me to do that. Understand? So bad credits all the way around in life with Jeff Bezos. I promise you, bad credits over there. Understand? Because with me, he steals my time. I have to fucking call them for 1 hour to resolve an issue, because I understand I have no issues anymore. But I understand, although, that what's important is when I call Amazon now, they're going to be charging me for $19 every fucking month, because there's fucking information missing from the fucking equation. And then when Amazon is asking me for the transaction numbers, fucking Commonwealth Bank never fucking gives me the transaction numbers at all. Understand? So what do I have to do? I have to close up my bank account number and close up my fucking card and get up a new card, because I understand that fucking Jeff Bezos fucking steals money from everybody. Understand? He fucking steals your time. He fucking steals your money. He fucking steals your books. He fucking closes up your account too, if you never fucking have your phone number with you. Understand? I realize now, what you have to understand every single day is understanding to never ever be with Amazon and Audible.com, because Jeff Bezos, in terms of that billionaire skank, he goes and steals all the information of the world, mate. I mean, he steals everything from everybody. I promise you, he steals so much money from you. I mean, you make a book. I mean, you put, or else if you make a book and you post it on Amazon.com, I mean, you make 2 cents out of it, and he makes $7 out of it. I promise you, that's why he's a fucking criminal. I promise you, he steals everybody's money, and that's Jeff Bezos. I just want to teach you guys very quickly that if you're saying and pronouncing words, then sometimes you're going to have, for example, ex post ulation. So the U is pronouncing on its own. Or you can say, for example, if you understand any vowel, which is I, E, or U, A. In a sense, so make sure these vowels, you can always pronounce the actual one letter vowel in the actual word that you're trying to pronounce. So, for example, every single time that when we're actually pronouncing some words, we're going to use one of those vowels to start off the nice and beautiful sentence, or we're going to use in between that nice and beautiful way of, let's say, pronouncing those words, so that we can go and pronounce one of those vowels in between the words to have a vowel. So ex post ulation, or I can say ex post eulation. I understand? I can do that. I can say I say X post a ulation. I understand, because I can pronounce that one letter vowel in between that word sentence, and then I can actually get the word that I want to abbreviate. So I can add new vowels into that nice and beautiful word, and I can understand every single day that if you go make up some other words within those words range, in terms of within those word ranges, then you're going to understand the range of your heart is the words of the vowels that you really say. So if you want to be anything much more spiritual today, and you want to understand every single day how to pronounce words, then pronounce the word on its own, such as I've just shown you, and understand that the examples are here for you. If you understand every single day that you want to go and really, really pronounce those nice and beautiful fibers of nice and beautiful words every single day, so you can go and become a star. I want you guys to understand that there are 7.8 billion people in the planet and more. I understand that each and every one of them has women and men, and has all these scenarios going and all these situations going around them. And they have all these experiences going on around those people. I mean, imagine how much experience that is around the world. I mean, I am just one individual in this planet, but look at the 7.8 billion people and how much they experience life altogether, and how much I experience life. Whereas now, you must understand, when I see this nice, beautiful picture, I see one individual here who's experiencing life. But then I see 7.8 billion people over there who are experiencing life together. And they have all this amount of experience. But guess what? I have more than them. I have more than them in that experience. Because I can experience life for eternity with Jesus Christ. I can experience this life on my own with the word I, and I'm far more famous than all of them. I am far more famous than all of them individually. I am much better than all of them individually. So when I'm looking at the experience of life, I'm looking to understand, to experience I only. I never want to experience other people. I want to experience I. I understand, although they have all that experience, but they never have I experience. I mean, they never have my experience of me having to be around them. Or should they have experience around each other over there, but then they have Danny Milivojevic with them. Or should they never have my experience. You understand? So you must understand, so what's important for me is I never ever want to go around the experiences. I never need them in my life. But what's important is understanding that I am far more popular than all of them. I have more popularity and more fame than they ever will have in lifetime, in terms of this lifetime. I mean, yes, when they have all this pleasure, I mean, who cares about pleasure? I mean, forget pleasure. I mean, what does Jesus Christ do with pleasure? I mean, he just delays pleasure as much as possible. Because individually, we're talking about who has the greatest legacy amongst all of us. I mean, of course, it's Jesus Christ. I mean, of course. But let's have a look at humanity and who has the best and strongest legacy in the world that's human and that's fucking done the most. Danny Milivojevic. Danny Milivojevic out of the human people. Understanding Jesus Christ is God. Understand? And that's different. I mean, let's look at humanity and who's the fucking strongest and who's fucking doing the most words on the planet. It's fucking Danny Milivojevic. Nobody's fucking doing more than Danny Milivojevic here. I promise you. And now, since I'm fucking the strongest in the world, I understand that I say so. I understand because Stone Cold says so. I understand that. I understand that although that when you're a wrestling fan and you watch Stone Cold Steve Austin, then he's going to open a can of whoop ass on your ass. I understand. So make sure every single day that what you need to realize every single day is focus on understanding. It's about legacy and who's going to be the greatest. Right, that's it. I never want to be around other people. I love life. I understand that people all have these women around them and all these sexy women around them, but guess what? If I spend all my time, I never spend anything. I never spend anything. I used to be spending a lot of my time, but now I'm an investor. I'm never spending. I'm never someone who spent money. I'm somebody who invests money and invests time. I'm an investor, so I understand. I never look at life as spending or how much I spent. I look at life in terms of how much did I invest and as an investment only. And where can I invest my money? I never spend anything. I never spend money. I invest money only. But now, if you understand that there are so many women out there that I can go with and I can chase them all day long. But because if you chase them all day long, or if you chase men and chase women all together and you chase other people, then you never ever chase your legacy, do you? I mean, I'm chasing my legacy now, so I never want to chase other people. I never want to chase other people. Because if I chase you for 10 hours, then that means 10 hours has gone into you and trying to talk to you. I mean, who do you think you are? I mean, who do you think you are? I mean, are you famous for me to chase you? I mean, come on. I mean, if you're never even famous for me to chase you, then I never chased you in the first place. I mean, so make sure you understand that what's amazing is understand if you want to chase anybody, then chase your dreams. I mean, chase your dreams. And your dreams are much more important than anybody. But chase Jesus Christ the most. I mean, chase Jesus Christ the most, and Jesus Christ will open up your dreams. I promise you, if you chase God, then God will open up your dreams. I promise you. If you run away from God, then you run away from everything. I promise you. It's either chase God or nothing. But understand that what's important to me is understand that for festivals, and anybody who calls me to festivals now, as a music producer, I never fucking go and be on the bottom fucking list of people when there's a fucking headline and there's fucking 5 stages out there and they fucking put me on as the first fucking intro or some shit. I mean, fuck that. I mean, do you understand? Because I fucking deserve to be the headline at the festivals. I deserve to be the fucking headline and nothing else. I understand? So if you're fucking going to call me to Miami or to or you're going to call me to Tomorrowland or these fucking Climax festivals or whatever, I'm the fucking headline and that's it. I mean, no, I never fucking care about you. Understand? I mean, just because you're fucking creating the events, I never fucking care about you. Then fucking go and create your event then. But you're never going to have me around. I mean, if you want to create your event around then you have to put me as the fucking headline of the music producers out there. I never fucking care that you did create the event. I never fucking care about you. You understand? I mean, if you want me around, then I'm the fucking headline at the festival. Bro, that's it. Otherwise, I never fucking come there. And that's it. I never fucking care about your festival. I only fucking care about your festival when I'm the fucking headline of your festival. And that's it. Bro, if you want to fucking call me to your show, I love I. Bro, if you want to call me to your show, then I'm the fucking one who's hosting you instead of you fucking hosting me. I'm hosting you on the day. I understand Oprah Winfrey. I mean, guess what? I mean, if you want to fucking invite me to your fucking mono interviews, I fucking host you on the fucking show and that's it. I mean, how about that? I never fucking want you to host me. I want to fucking host you on the show. I mean, if you're Lewis Howes or Oprah Winfrey or Grant Cardone or Tony Robbins or these people who can actually host me on their show, I mean, go ahead. I mean, go and host me. But guess what? I'm hosting you on that day in front of a crowd. I mean, you're never going to interview me. I mean, you're never going to interview me on your show. I'm interviewing you on your show. I'm interviewing you on your show or nothing. You understand? I never care if you're Oprah Winfrey. I mean, Oprah Winfrey fucking interviewing everybody else. I never fucking care about everybody else. I care about I only. I care about fucking interviewing Oprah Winfrey on her show. I mean, that's a fucking difference. I mean, she may fucking call me and say, hey, I want to interview you. I mean, no. I mean, you're going to only get me on your show if I interview you. But that's it. I want to fucking interview you. I want to ask you about your life. Because that's how I see life. I want to interview the famous people. And that's it. I never need people interviewing me in life. I mean, you can already see my life. I mean, so make sure you understand that if you want me as your fucking interview, then guess what? I'm fucking coming on your show to interview you. I'm never interviewing. You never interview me. I mean, no. I'm too great. I'm too great for you to interview me. I'm interviewing you. I want to interview you personally. Approaching, that's the way it is. So I understand Jesus is laughing with me right now. I speak to Jesus all the time. I understand although that what's important every single day is I'm talking about Jesus Christ, because some people recognize Jesus as some kind of soccer player out there or some shit. You understand? Alright, now every single day you must understand that no matter what, that if you want to go and really, really be the headline, then it's fucking headline or nothing. I understand fucking other people are inviting other people to festivals, and they're fucking headlines, while these fucking other ones that they did invite are the fucking bugger ones out there. I mean, no. If you're fucking, let's say, Timmy Trumpet, and you fucking invite many people to your festival, and you're the fucking headline, but you're going to put Danny Milivojevic fucking first on your fucking list of intro, and then fucking Sunset Brothers, and then fucking Tim Ferriss, and then fucking Timmy Trumpet as the headline, because Timmy Trumpet is creating the events, and now he's the fucking headline, isn't he? And bro, no. Bro, if you want me fucking in your fucking festival, then I never fucking care if you create the event. I want to be the headline. I'm the headline. I otherwise never fucking come to your event, man. I never fucking care about your event then. I mean, you're never gonna fucking top me over, man. I understand what they fucking do in the wrestling ring too. It's all about legacy over here. I mean, Stone Cold Steve Austin and Shawn Michaels. I mean, they never ever did get into the ring with each other. And why is that? I mean, why didn't they ever fight in the ring? Because Stone Cold never wants 1, 2, 3 to lose against Shawn Michaels. And Shawn Michaels never wants 1, 2, 3 to lose against Stone Cold Steve Austin. I mean, they never want to lose to each other. So they never wrestle. I understand? Because if Stone Cold pins Shawn Michaels, then Stone Cold is greater, isn't it? I mean, understand? But that's the way it is. But then Hulk Hogan and Shawn Michaels. I mean, guess who wins the fight? I mean, of course, Hulk Hogan. Because Hulk Hogan says, I'm already better than you. I'm already better than you. So if you want Hulk Hogan, then you have to lose. First, that's how it is. And then guess what Shawn Michaels says? I mean, Shawn Michaels sucks it up. I mean, he sucks it up and he faces Hulk Hogan in a wrestling match, but to lose. Understand? But I, in that position with Hulk Hogan, I'm pretty sure I never wrestle Hulk Hogan. Ever. Because I never fucking fall to him, man. I never fucking fall to Hulk Hogan. I never fucking care how famous he is. Understand? I never fucking care how famous he is. I mean, if you see me in the ring with John Cena and The Rock, I'm the fucking 1, 2, 3 and that's it. I pinned them. 1, 2, 3. I mean, I never fucking lose to them. I mean, what do you think this is? I never fucking lose to any of them in life. Understand? But that's the way it is. I'm the fucking best in the world. I never fucking lose. I never go trying to complain about other people and blame other people for anything. But if other people calling you somewhere, then you're the fucking host of the show or the festival or the fucking event or nothing. I mean, if fucking WrestleMania and Vince McMahon from Wrestling Federation calls me, then I'm fucking hosting the show. I mean, I'm fucking hosting the Monday Night Raw, or fucking hosting SmackDown, or fucking hosting WrestleMania. I mean, you never fucking calling to me. I mean, you are never fucking calling me to WrestleMania to fucking be in the Battle Royal of the fucking famous people to be fucking elimination first one out. I mean, fuck off. I mean, you understand? I mean, I seen fucking these Hall of Famers of wrestlers when they fucking go to a Battle Royal and there's fucking 20 of them fighting and fucking the first one's flipping out already. I mean, the first one's gone out of the ring. I mean, there's already still 19 left to go. I mean, I never want to be that first one fucking out of the ring, man. I mean, understand? I mean, fuck that. I mean, what kind of fucking legacy is that? I mean, I can see Jesus Christ is laughing with me. I'm pretty sure though, make sure you understand. I'm the fucking one who comes the last entry into the fucking Royal Rumble. I'm the fucking last entry. You understand? I promise you all though, no. I'm the fucking first entry in the fucking Royal Rumble. I'm the first entry in the Royal Rumble, and I fucking toss everybody over. Promise you, that's the best, isn't it? Promise you, that's the best. Promise you all though. I mean, I can go in the last entry too. I can go in the last entry too. and then I fucking toss the first one the first one who's tossing out everybody in the fucking Royal Rumble. I can say I come in the fucking last entry, and I fucking toss that individual too. I fucking toss him out. Because he was tossing 29 other people in the he was tossing 29 other people in the Royal Rumble, and it's just me and him now. Or me and her. I fucking toss them out of the ring. I never fucking care about them. I understand? Because that's how it is. I'm fucking greater than them. And that's it. There's nothing much better than that, isn't it? You must understand. So that's the whole point. Other people are going to fucking invite 5 people to their festival. DJs. And then this one's going to fucking start the intro, and then this one, and this one, this one, this one, and the fucking creator of the event is going to be the headline. No. If you're going, if you're calling Danny Milivojevic to your event, I'm the fucking event. I'm the fucking headline of the show, and that's it. I love it. Now, most DJs never want to call me then. Most DJs never have the cojones to call me in life because I'm the headline. I'm the headline, and that's it. For sure, though, if they admire me, if you fucking admire me so much, then be the one who lets me be the headline. And that's it. That's it. If you never admire me, then guess what? You never call me. And that's it. I admire everybody so much that I can fucking call people. I can call people so much. I call you to my festival because you're a DJ. I call your friends also to my festival because they're DJs. And guess what? I'll be the first entry in the festival, but then you guys go headline. Now I admire all of you. You guys are the headlines, but I'm the intro. I'll play the vinyl set in the first intro, and you guys do what you want. Understand? Because that's the way it is. So make sure you understand that if you want to go on other people's show, then go on other people's show to interview them. But it's either you be at the fucking show with them, face to face, or fucking nothing. If Lewis House calls you, never fucking be on the internet fucking being on an interview with him. Never fucking do a webinar with him. Do fucking face to face with him, but interview him. So the whole thing of the show is to do something different. I understand that when one individual interviews, when I see that one individual interviews 50,000 people, I understand those 50,000 people is fucking small in comparison to whoever's interviewing them. When I fucking step in the show over here, and I'm the first one to interview them on their fucking show, then you fucking understand me. I'm never the one who is the 50,000 of them who was being an interviewee of that individual. I'm the one who fucking steps in to interview that individual so that I never have to be an interviewee of that individual because I'm never part of the fucking 50,000 people that they did interview. Do you understand? I'm never fucking small, am I? I'm the one and the first big one to fucking interview them on their show. And that's it. That's how it is. All fucking nothing. What do you want? You want me on fucking your show? I interview you or fucking nothing. I love it. I headline the show or fucking nothing. What do you think this is? I fucking never ever get 1, 2, 3 on your ass. I never lose to you in the ring, in terms of wrestling ring, 1, 2, 3. I never lose. I never lose in the octagon with you. I fucking karate your ass so much that you never ever fucking win me. That's it. When you verse me in a soccer game, I never allow you to win me. I never allow you to win me. Understand? Because I'm better. I'm always better than you. Understand? That's how it is. That's it. That's it. I never allow people to win me over. Understand? I never be convincing of you ever. Nobody can convince me of anything anymore. If you want to fucking invite me over there because you want to give me $1 billion, but you want to put me as the shittest one over there, fuck off. I never need your fucking shit money in life. Now money's never shit, but I never need you and what you have to give. I understand, but what you need to realize every single day is focus on understanding. It's about great legacy. So if one individual interviews 50,000 people, who's bigger? The one who's interviewing, of course. But if some of the interviews, the interviewer, who's greater now? Probably it's equal. Probably it's equal in legacy over here. But the 50,000, I just climb over them. I climb over the 50,000 people because I'm different. Understand? That's the whole point. I see fucking many people at the festivals. Do you see these fucking names on the festivals? I always see these individuals fucking 10th in the fucking list. 10th or 11th. They're fucking in the intros during the day around 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock. And then fucking 10 o'clock at night is the headline of the fucking show. Fucking they're at daytime, 2 o'clock. Fuck off. I never fucking do that shit. It's never fucking worth it. That's never fucking worth it for me. I never fucking want to go to Tomorrowland to fucking start at 12 o'clock in the fucking daytime. And then fucking at 12 o'clock at night is the fucking headline. Fuck that. You understand? I'd rather be the fucking last one who starts at 3 a.m. in the fucking morning. And I'm the fucking last one, mate. I'm the fucking headline of the show. Understand? I'm the headline. And that's it. Understand? But guess what? Sometimes what happens is, I understand that what happens is that sometimes people at 12 o'clock, I realize they go at 12 o'clock, but there's another 3 artists going on. Understand? And what happens is some people, in terms of artists, fucking start right in the middle of the fucking actual persona, because that's when it's most, let's say, handy to do so, because there's most people going on. So sometimes, for example, when you go for a 12-hour festival, I realize that the main event show is at 6 o'clock. I love it. I understand, but then after that, it becomes something much more like a rave, like other DJs. So let's say Armin van Buuren is the top one over there, and he starts at 6 o'clock in the afternoon, while everybody else starts after him or before him. But here's the middle show. Here's the middle show. And why is that? Because in the middle, fucking crowd is right here at the middle. So if you fucking want to understand that, then from 6 o'clock in the afternoon to 3 o'clock in the morning, Armin van Buuren on his show starts at 12 o'clock. He starts at 12 o'clock. Why is that? Why does he start at 12 o'clock in that show? Because the fucking crowd is there, isn't it? The crowd is fucking there. So you want to fucking be where the fucking crowd is. Understand? So it's much more that you realize that by fucking 3 o'clock, Will Atkinson comes in and fucking half the crowd is gone. Half the fucking crowd is gone from that fucking show at 3 o'clock. I realize in the morning, when they've already seen Armin van Buuren. Half of them fucking left. Now, is the fucking headline the main show? Probably is. But in some fucking shows, no. In some fucking shows, you want to be fucking at 12 o'clock coming in the morning. I realize 12 o'clock fucking headline. That's the best show. I love it. Probably 12 o'clock head show. Always. Now, if you want to fucking invite me to your festival, I start at fucking 12 o'clock in the morning, baby. Understand? And that's my fucking headline. That's it. I never fucking care where you are on the fucking show anymore. I never fucking care where you are in the fucking headline show in your festivals. I'm fucking at 12 o'clock in the morning. I start. Understand? I start the New Year's. I start the fucking New Year's as well. Whereas now, the New Year is something fucking different, isn't it? Because New Year's fucking happens right before 12 a.m. Understand? So if you want to have the 11 o'clock in the night to 12 o'clock in the morning set, you get the fucking New Year as well. Understand? When you get the New Year's countdown. And that's the best, isn't it? So realize what you want to do is realize that if you want to start the new year, or do you want to go up to the actual new year? What do you want to do? Now, that's something I want you to see. It's much better to start earlier than it is to start later. So the 11 o'clock set to 12 o'clock set in the festival is the best one. Always. And it's either that or nothing. At 11 o'clock at night, probably everybody's there. Probably everybody's fucking screaming at you over here. So that's the best set of the night. It's the 11 to 12 o'clock in the morning set. 11 to 1 o'clock. 11 to 3 o'clock. 11 to 4 o'clock. 11 to fucking 6 o'clock in the morning. I mean, at 11, you must start. Understand? Because you want to have the New Year's individual. I mean, you want to be the one who is playing, starts at the fucking New Year's. And that's the fucking main event right there. You understand? So make sure you understand that if you're a music producer, that you start your fucking festivals at 11 o'clock at night. It's the best one, I promise you. Now, Jesus says over here, it's the best way. I promise you, 11 o'clock, it's the best way. I promise you, the best way is 11 o'clock. In terms of understanding at night time to DJ somewhere. Because the crowd is fucking everywhere in your face at 11 o'clock at night. I promise you. I mean, do you understand? I mean, you have to understand that. So, whatever you want out of life is understanding that you want the best individual set. So since you have the best set in the world right now, every single day, and you understand how to really go about individuals, I mean, when they call you, I mean, you say, I have the 11 p.m. set, and that's it. I mean, 11 p.m. to 12 o'clock, I mean, I have no worries. I mean, that's it. Because now they're going to fit you into that schedule all the time. And you always get a yes. If somebody else wants your position, then say no. I never come to the festival. I mean, if they ask you, why do you want that set? Then just say, it's because that's how I do it. I do it because I understand that Jesus Christ wants me to do it. And Jesus Christ wants me to do it. I mean, ask Jesus Christ, why? I mean, and then they're going to ask Jesus Christ, and Jesus Christ is going to tell them. Because Danny deserves it. Understand? And Danny deserves it because he asked for it. And that's it. Understand? So make sure you understand that if you want to go and do much greater every single time, then make sure you understand that it's either you get your way or nothing. I just want to teach you guys really quickly that the best way to pick up women and men today is the word I. So if you can express your words more today, I promise you that's the best way to pick up anybody and to have more friends and to have everything you ever want. So if you just believe in yourself to speak more words in front of the planet and everybody, in terms of to speak the words in front of everybody much more, I promise you that's the best tactic to have everything you ever want. I just want you guys to understand that Jesus Christ does far less pleasure than everybody in this lifetime. And that's why he's very, very inspirational. And that's why he's very much more of a greater legacy than all of us. And that's why he also teaches us how to actually do that. And he teaches us actually how to actually have more discipline and success in our lives, because it's delaying gratification all the time that actually helps you. But what I do in my daily life is I try to speak to myself much more than everybody else. And I try to actually give you much more words than everybody else. But never limit yourself to what they're saying about that women speak 7,000 words a day on average and that men speak 2,000 words on average a day. Actually, that's all bullshit, because guess what? You have to break those limits anyway. And you have to understand that no matter what, that if you want to go and become much more of everything in terms of everything you want to be, and you want to understand how to become much more of something that you want to understand, then understand that no matter what, that we have to link the words together every single day in a different way. And we have to focus on understanding to speak much more abbreviation all the time. But if you're always looking for that nice and beautiful attractive factor of a woman that was in your life before, or a man that was in your life, then it's the people who have been with you for the longest. I mean, who is a man or woman that's been with you in the longest realm that is never your family really? But it's somebody outside of you who's been there for you. But understand that is the individual that you can marry, for example. But understand that every single day you must understand that no matter what, that I grew up around people in the folkloric realm where I had some women around me, and now we're still friends today, and they're single, for example. But only the single ones you have to go for. And now you have to understand that because they're single, approach this woman, they'll understand that she's been with me since fucking dancing in the years of life where I was 16 years of age and all of that, and she's still here and she's still single, for example. I mean, she's the only one that met me before all the other women, for example. So she's the longest one in my life, I mean, out of those women. So of course she's the most attractive to me, I mean, out of all of them. I mean, and why is that? Because she's been in my life far longer than all the other women. So make sure you understand that as time goes on, then you have more chances to understand to speak more words rather than anything else. So if you want to be the happiest in your life all the time, then speaking more words helps you to understand that. And then every single day understanding no matter what, that most people are mentally ill today, and they're doing drugs and they're doing all this stupid behavior and fooling around and going to jail and going to prison, and they're negative people. And if you want to overcome that, then speak more words is all I'm saying. I'm just going to speak much more words and look to really, really escalate your life in a way that you have nothing else to do other than speak more words today. It's the best way to overcome anxiety and to overcome depression and everything you ever want out of life. But life is shifting very quickly to those who understand how to communicate. And if you understand how to communicate, then you are advantageous. And it means that you take advantage of everything that you ever have through speaking more words for everything. So make sure you understand that if you take advantage of anything, then make sure that you're giving only. Make sure you're giving those words of yourself. But make sure every single day you must understand how to speak those words every single day and abbreviate synonyms much more in your life, so you can actually learn how to grow yourself in different ways, and you can understand that no matter what, you're going to be a great storyteller. And when you're a great storyteller, then you're a great story shower, because it's all the same thing. But we're making sure that no matter what, that what you want to do in daily life is succeed greater. So if you want to succeed greater, then understand that no amount of pleasure in the world is going to help you grow. But I understand that every single day. But what's amazing is understand that I have done so much more work in terms of the nice and beautiful communicational ranges and the nice and beautiful techniques of me being able to do whatever I want to become much more of a star today, and to understand to express all those words every single day is the best that you can't, it's the best that your heart can offer. To just express all those words together every single day is the best that your heart can offer. So I'm understanding that no matter what, if you want to go and really, really labor yourself to be the best at what you do, then you have to speak more words about it, because you have to understand it's about teaching people more than what you do. Do you understand that? So make sure you understand every single day that if you want to go and do something every single day to become greater and greater and greater, then you have to focus on yourself and speaking more words, is what I'm saying. So that's the whole point. And I'm always talking about communicational skills and talking those words every single day. First, if you understand, that's the practice. That's every single day of your life. Every single day you must focus on understanding to get those words out into the planet, and that's the only way that you can go and really, really be fruitful in the planet. And then you can go and focus upon understanding to go and really, really dwell upon a rhythm while you're speaking, and then understand that no matter what, you must be using your hand signals as well as you speak, and then understanding that no matter what, you change hands all the time to go and really, really speak out your videos with different hands, or with your hands holding on to the phone with different hands. So you understand that no matter what, that you're going to swap over hands while you're actually talking on the phone, because I'm holding a nice beautiful phone right now with one hand, but then I switch over to my right hand, for example. I go with my right hand and I switch over with my left hand, for example, and now my left hand's holding the phone instead of my right hand. So make sure you understand that no matter what, I'm always switching positions. I'm making sure that no matter what, that nothing's standing still in my life, because I'm speaking much more words, and that's it. Now, you must understand that no matter what, you must be quick about communication, and you must be understanding that anybody who communicates more finds a way. There is a way for communication, I promise you. So anybody who understands how to speak much more words finds the way. Where there's a will to speak much more is honestly the best way to understand that you find the way through the speaking of words. So make sure you understand that you have to dig in for those words every single day, and you have to be doing something that you love to do today, because you have to be attractive to everybody. And you have to understand attractiveness is how much words you give today. That's it. Now, the only way to understand gratitude today is to understand how much words you speak today. Is the whole show of your life. Make sure you understand that no matter what you're doing today, that it's communicational skills only. Be able to understand that no matter what, that if you're going to go and really, really become something that you want to do every single day, and you want to understand that no matter what, you want to speak in front of a crowd eventually, then speaking more words is going to enable you to do that. But understand, I'm expanding my horizons. I'm expanding my horizons every single day. I'm going to Toastmasters, for example. So when you go Toastmasters, so I'm somebody who needs to go to this Toastmasters in Parramatta, because I want to give 30 business cards to all of them. I want to give everybody the business card so that they can follow me, and that's it. It's all leadership stuff, but I understand either way, it's something new. But then I give a public speaking speech in front of 30 people and more. I understand either way, it's something of a promotional technique where I can go. So if you're going to go somewhere, then go somewhere to promote yourself only, and that's it. That's the only time you go there. And then every single day you must understand that no matter what, that what's the best idea in your planet right now is understanding to do your music and to do your music production in terms of your words, and then understanding to elaborate that much more, and then understand as much as possible to go and really, really become much more than you can be, because your words are going to enable you to do that. So every single day, understand that's the whole factor of life. And then understanding that no matter what, you must go and upload all your content, but understand that you're never ever losing content. You're never ever losing what you have, but you're just uploading, and it may take 50 million years to upload, but you're never losing that time. You're never losing your time in the process of uploading videos and time. So understand that now. Understand that what's amazing is understanding that it can take all night to upload something into YouTube. But guess what? It's never ever wasting your time. You're never wasting your time doing that. And now the uploading time is different. So make sure you understand that you're never wasting your time doing the uploading, but making sure every single time, make sure every single time that you're doing something around your nice and beautiful way of life, by understanding that if you watch pornography and if you understand that pornography on its own is never going to help you communicate much more words. And so is always looking at people in terms of other people is never going to help you communicate those words. So all I'm saying is go and communicate those words more than talking to other people and watching them, is what I'm saying. So that's the whole business. And the whole business is understanding how to communicate your words much more than having to watch other people communicate their words. I mean, in a sense, because if you're listening to other people and how they communicate their words all day long, I mean, how about you? I mean, how are you actually communicating your words? Because it's much more about your words than their words. I mean, so go and really, really amplify your success today by actually going and actually speaking more words for yourself than watching other people do their words and their videos. So go and make your own videos instead of watching their videos, and go and say your words instead of watching how they say. I mean, go and say your words instead of watching how they say their words. I mean, that's it. So understand that no matter what, you watch everything all together, but be the one who's speaking more words in the planet than everybody else, so that you can understand that it's about your focus and your concentration and your communication rather than what they're telling you. I mean, so make sure you understand that no matter what, that the only way to improve your legacy is to do much more words, but everything else is second nature. I mean, everything else, you have to understand that the world updates itself around you all the time. So make sure you understand that if something's going on in the news today, it probably will come out in 6 years' time, and then you'll find out about it in 6 years' time. And guess what? You just adapt quickly in 6 years' time about that. And that's it. I mean, in a sense, to make sure you understand that no matter what, that in the beginning of stages of life, I mean, you must understand that for the next 6 years, probably somebody's listening to news channels to do one update in the world. I mean, I'm pretty sure it is. I'm pretty sure that in 6 years' time, I'm pretty sure this world will change into some other new structure and new laws are coming out and everything. And then guess what? I mean, it's something different, but just adapt to quickly. And then guess what happens? You're just improving your legacy along the way, and you're never wasting time about that. I mean, they're saying, but they are fucking 6 years ahead of the screen, and they're watching the screen on how to fucking go about the laws on fucking news channels. So make sure you understand that by the time that fucking law comes to change the fucking world, I mean, guess what? I mean, you're already 6 years of fucking video work in the planet while they're fucking watching the screen on trying to fucking see what's happening in the news today. I mean, they're saying, but you fucking have 6 years of video work already done. I mean, 6 years of video work to help people, and that's it. And that's, you have to, I mean, you have to understand, 6 years of video work is fucking 7,000 hours of video work and more. And you must understand every single day, go and focus on understanding that no matter what you do, every single day is never get confusing on numbers, and never confuse yourself in numbers. I mean, never ever be in confusion for yourself. I mean, make sure that no matter what you're doing today, is if somebody looks at you in some kind of way, it's because they love you. I appreciate if somebody wants to be around you, it's because they love you in some kind of way and fashion. So make sure you go and really, really become more financial in success and everything in terms of what you have, so you can understand the people around you and what they want out of life. But what you want out of life is to succeed much more than them. So if you want to succeed much more than them, then you go and speak out the words much more than them. And that's what you do. I mean, in a sense, so all you want to do every single day is focus on your life and show your world to everybody. I mean, show how your story is. Show who you are exactly in your life. So this is who I am, and I mean, this is my words. I mean, this is all I have in my life. So making sure every single day that you understand that no matter what, that since I help people so much, I understand that I have a great legacy, and that's the whole point. For sure, the whole point is understanding that if you want to go and really, really become something much more, then understand that you can have success if you just go and put your mindset to it. I mean, understand? So the mindset that you need every single day is to communicate those words every single day. And that's the whole point, because no matter what you're doing today, approach, there are people in the planet who are jealous of you, and there are people in the planet who have less than you in communicational words and skills. So make sure you understand that if you go really, really communicate more of those words, then you can go and help much more people to go and do what you're doing. And that's it. If you understand that the truth pathway is communicating those words much more than watching other people, then you understand every single day to go and focus upon planning your life ahead of the game, and understand that no matter what, that you may see images in your mind of these people that you were hanging around in your life, and then go and plan your words around them, and go and understand in a video about them every single day, and talk about them in a video all day long. I mean, talk about everything that you see in terms of your imagination in the video all day long, because those are the ideas that you have to express out into the planet. And now, every single time you do that, I mean, be able to understand that no matter what you want out of life, you have to understand how to express your imagination. And when you express your imagination, then you understand how to achieve it in reality. And then that's how you actually do everything in life. So make sure every single day that you're never working a 9-to-5 job, but you're actually going and succeeding in the planet in different ways, and you're prospering, and making sure every single day that you're much more abundant and much more of something that you want to be, because everything that you want to be is the words that you're saying in a better way. And you must understand that all you want to be is more words. I'm pretty sure more words is your life. Pretty sure every single day that if you have level 500 words, you're much more greater than the ones who have level 500 words. in terms of life. I mean, you understand? So make sure you understand that no matter what, that you're always greater than other people. And understand that if you have level 1,000 words in life, I mean, you're always better than the ones who have level 500 words. I mean, in a sense, make sure you understand that it's because you're doing much more words than them. And then we're focusing on understanding that if we're looking at our imagination and the horizon of what's going on around the world, I mean, be the one who's an overall aspect of life that's growing, and then that's the only aspect of life that you actually need. So focus on understanding on how to actually go and absorb the world around you in a way that you're communicating over it in a video, and that you're documenting every part of your journey as much as you can. I mean, make sure you understand that. I mean, make sure you understand that you want to leave a great legacy here, and you have to understand that's the whole point. I mean, without your recollection of you being here, then guess what? I promise you that it's a waste of life. I promise you a waste of life. Then I promise you, guess what? I promise you, although never waste your life by making sure every single day that you're looking at what's going on around the world and how you're actually going to really, really transcribe everything into the words that you're saying, because we're going to look ahead of the crowd and we're going to plan ahead of the crowd and we're going to understand how to really, really be ahead of the crowd in every single way possible. Because what's important is understanding that no matter what, that the crowd never wants you successful, but you have to understand that you have to be successful more than the crowd. So you have to go and be away from the crowd to communicate more words. And that's the whole point, because with the crowd, there's no such thing as communicating more words with the crowd, but there's only such thing as communicating words with yourself only. If you understand that, then you have no limits, but if you're only speaking to other people, and if you're only speaking to other people, then there's all these words and limits every single day with them, because they never ever want to be in your life. I mean, you have to understand that. Approximately, the only way that you can actually understand to have whatever you want is to have your life first. I mean, have your life first, and then understand that's the only deal. I mean, there's nothing else that you need in life other than yourself. So if you understand that no matter what, if you go around doing whatever you want to do, I mean, just never do drugs with other people, and just understand to never do pleasure with other people. Because if you do pleasure with other people, and if you're with other people, then that's the limit. First, the limit is being with other people, and the limit is doing pleasure. In your sense, so make sure every single day that if you're doing pleasure, then do yourself a favor and start delaying gratification as much as possible. In a sense, so make sure you understand that no matter what, that the only peak performance that you ever need is to communicate more words in front of people right now, and then focusing every single day on understanding that no matter what we're doing in life, is we're looking for ideas and we're looking to move our eyes around to understand that no matter what, that there's a new imagination every single day on what we want to say every single day and what we want to speak out. But if you want anything out of life, then you have to communicate those words every single day. I mean, you have to understand every single day that it's much more about moving your eyes as you talk, and moving your hands and moving those gestures every single day, because that boosts the imaginational frequency of your life. So if you're always still and you're watching the camera like this, then there's hardly any imagination going on. So what you want to do is move around more as you speak, and then that way you have much more tension to speak those imaginational words that you want. And our imagination comes when you're speaking more and when you're moving more throughout life. So if you want more imagination in your life, then you have to be pronouncing much more words, and you have to be moving as you speak along like this. And you have to understand that's the only way to get that nice and beautiful rhythm going upon your life in the nice and beautiful imagination you have. So many people do have weddings today and they have these nice and beautiful functions and everything, but guess what? Realize that what you need more than that is yourself. And make sure you understand that no matter what, if you want to go and achieve something for life every single day, then understand that what you need is something new rather than something you've seen already. So every single day, all you need is the word I, and then we're understanding that no matter what, that we're learning every single day how to focus upon understanding that where we want to go throughout life is where we're going to go and actually communicate that. Or else we're going to communicate that passion and glory that we have in terms of success every single day, to go and focus upon understanding that every single day we're going to understand that no matter what, that we're going to speak in front of a crowd eventually, and then we're going to go and understand that no matter what, that there's no drama going on in terms of what you're trying to do every single day, but just keep nicely improving those words every single day and just go and keep up with your life to do that. And that's the best part. I mean, if you just focus on that part every single day, I mean, focus on nothing else except building those words every single day, and go and say those words every single day. Because that leads you straight into making more money, and it leads you straight into what you need to do daily. So if you understand how to just talk more words, then you can actually plan your life ahead of you, and then you can actually go where you want to go, and you can always achieve what you want to achieve because you're giving those words to do so. And now that's the only way to understand that no matter what you want to do every single day, is set your goals every single day and set your nice and beautiful bucket list of possessions that you want to get. So maybe your possessions is get a saxophone or DJ deck or something like that. So have a possessions list. I mean, have something that you want to acquire in possessions, and have a bucket list of targets in terms of goals, where you want to say that you want to get to Spain eventually, and you want to get to Egypt eventually. But then have 1 year set goals, and also 10 years, and understand either way they have 1 month goals and 1 week goals, and also 1 year goals and 1 decade goals, for example. So go and label all the goals and targets in those sectors, which are the different number ranges of duration to achieve those goals. And then understand that you have to have that nice and beautiful gap going where you're understanding that as long as you communicate more, then you can communicate all the greatness of the world. So make sure you're always hurrying up for your occasions and what you need to do. So if you understand that your nice and beautiful music production is very important every single day, then focus on understanding that you have to go and I realize you have to really elaborate this really quickly. So understand that no matter what, if you go and really do much more music than life coaching when you want to achieve something, then understand that's the whole point, isn't it? So sometimes you have to go and understand that if you want to set a goal for something else to achieve it, then you have to actually balance your lifestyle in a way that you can achieve it in different ways. So focus on understanding that the whole point of this video is to give you the most I can every single day, and then focus on being the best you can be, and then go and do what you need to do every single day to focus on giving those words daily. But it's so important to be able to give those words daily and then push yourself to go and really make music and to go and do what you want to do every single day with the words you're speaking, because it's so important. And then go and process everything with the words every single day and speak more and speak more and speak more with yourself all day long. And just speak with yourself all day long and say every single day that no matter what you're going to do is you're going to speak words, because that way you're going to understand life itself, because that's how Jesus Christ wants you to be. I just want to say quickly, guys, that there are some types of people in the planet right now that you have to understand every single day to absorb yourself around what you're doing. I say goodbye. I understand that no matter what, that if you're going and doing something very nice and clear for yourself, there are some types of people in the planet today. And there are types of people that have no money and have no words to give you and have no time. And they have no money either. So they're the ones who never ever get sex with anybody. And they're just always with themselves and whoever they have in their life. First, that's that. First, that's who they are. But then you have other people who have money but have no time to give you and have no words to give you. But these people are always working and they also have sex here and there, but they never have time to give you. I mean, but they have no great status either. But then we have the individual who has time and also money to give you, and they also working and they're giving you time here and there, and they're also having sex on the side and also enjoying their life, but they have no words in terms of to give you, to inspire you to grow. And they are nothing great. But then there are people who have just words. They just have words, but they have all the sex in the world. They have all the money and all the time, and they have all the friends and all the world to give you, because they just have the words to give you. Now, those are the type of classes of people which understands life itself, because when you understand how to speak words, then you understand life itself, because that's what Jesus Christ understands. And Jesus Christ understands only the words of life. I understand, because time and money never gives you the words, but the words give you time and money. I just want to say, guys, that if you're having sex with escorts today, the more you have sex with one escort, that's the same one over and over again, the more she falls in love with you. The more she falls in love with you. I mean, and then guess what happens? I mean, the more you have sex with her, the more she wants your kid as well. That's how it is with escorts. So with escorts, it's more, the more you have sex with them, the more they want to have your kids. I understand, but with women who you never have sex with, otherwise, the more you have legacy in terms of words and the more words you give, the more they want to have your kid. Because these type of women who you never have sex with are the ones who go for high status, and the higher your status, the more women or men want you in their life to have sex with you and to have kids. To have your kids as well. So what's important is these escorts that are strippers and escorts in both male and female genres, that the more you have sex with them, the more they fall in love with you in terms of pleasure only. And they're just more pleasure orientation with you, because you're giving them so much pleasure that they just want your pleasure always now. I mean, they just always want your pleasure now because they're in love with your pleasure. And that's why they want to be with you. But the other type of woman or man is more words, and the more words you speak, the more they want you, because of the word you speak. And that's all that matters, because you have to understand that Jesus Christ is more of the words guy. He's more the words. And if you understand how to speak words all day long, then you understand how to be Jesus Christ.